Hello, library friends. Today I'm outside in my front yard for story time, and I'm really glad to see you. Can we say hello? Let's say, hello, how do you do? It's good to be with you. Hello, how do you do? It's good to be with you. Hello, how do you do? It's good to be with you. It's good to be with you at story time. And today I want to talk to you about this letter. The letter Q. The letter Q. Now, the letter Q is a little bit of a tricky letter. It's not as common as a letter A, but it's a nice letter. And look at it. When we draw it in the air, we make a circle in the sky, and then we go to the side and put a little tail on the bottom, right there. Just like that. That's a capital letter Q. Now, to sign the letter Q, remember G? Remember making a G like this? You make a G with your hand and turn it down to make a Q. Q. Take your G and turn it down. That's Q. Q, just like this. Q. Pointing it down. Good job. Shall we sing about Q? Let's sing. Let's sing hooray for Q. Let's sing hooray for Q. Let's sing hooray for Q today. Let's sing hooray for Q. Now, one thing about a Q, if you ever see one in a book, in the words in a book, Q will always have a U next to it. Always. Q-U, they go together. They're partners. They're always together. Let's see some pictures of Q. What do I have? How about this? Do you know what this is? It's a question mark. A question mark. Do you ever have a question? Who is that? How are you? What are you doing? Those are all questions. They are. Let's sing about a question. Let's sing. Question starts with Q. Question starts with Q. Let's sing hooray for Q today. Question starts with Q. Good job. What's my next one? Ooh, look at this. What's that? A quad. A quad. Has anyone ever ridden on a quad? Have you? Or seen a quad? Yeah. What do you wear on your head when you are on a quad? A helmet. You're right. You always wear a helmet on a quad. Let's sing about quad. It's a nice one. It's a quad because there's 4 wheels. Let's sing. Quad starts with Q. Quad starts with Q. Let's sing hooray for Q today. Quad starts with Q. Nice. What else? Ooh, look at this. What's that? A queen. A queen. Look at that. She's got a crown on. A queen. Do you know how to sign queen? You take your Q and you start at your shoulder and you go down like you're making the sash. Is she wearing a sash? A sash for a queen, but you take your letter Q, sash, all the way down. Let's sing about a queen. A queen starts with Q. A queen starts with Q. Let's sing hooray for Q today. A queen starts with Q. It does. What else? Oh, look at this. These ladies are sewing something. It is. It's just the same as a blanket, but sometimes we call a blanket a quilt. A quilt. A quilt is when you take fabric and you sew different pieces together to make it fancy. A quilt. Do you know how to make a sign for quilt? It's like you're lying in your bed and you pull the blanket up. You pull your blanket up so that you're cozy. That's how you make the sign for quilt. Let's sing about quilt. Let's sing. Quilt starts with Q. Quilt starts with Q. Let's sing hooray for Q today. Quilt starts with Q. Nice. What else do I have today? Look at this one. What's this little person doing? Shh. What's that? Quiet. Quiet is a Q word. Quiet. And this is exactly how you make the sign for quiet. For quiet, you do this, like that. Quiet, quiet. Just like this guy. Let's sing about quiet. Let's sing. Quiet starts with Q. Quiet starts with Q. Let's sing hooray for Q today. Quiet starts with Q. Good job. Now, look at this. What's this? A duck. A duck. What does a duck say? Quack. Quack is a Q word. The sign for duck is this. And the sound a duck makes is quack. Have you ever seen ducks quacking? Quack, quack, quack. It's exactly what they say. Let's sing about quack. Let's sing. Quack starts with Q. Quack starts with Q. Let's sing hooray for Q today. Quack starts with Q. Quack, quack, quack. That's fun. Good job. Now, maybe we should read a story. Would you like to hear a story? Okay, I'll get one. Oh my gosh, I can't find the book bag. Just a second, I'll get it. Okay, I found it. Here it is right here. The magic book bag. Do you have your magical fingers ready? You start wiggling them. I've got the book bag. I'm going to count to 3 and you send me some magic. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Poof! Let's see. Oh, look at this. A book in the book bag. Oh my word. This is called Lucky Ducklings by Eva Moore. And the pictures are by Nancy Carpenter. And this is a true rescue story. Should we read it and see what it's about? Lucky Ducklings. Okay. Here we go. The duck family lived in a pretty pond in a green, green park in a sunlit little town at the end of a long, long island. Early one morning, Mama Duck swam to shore. She hopped out onto the grass. Right behind her came Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe. What a fine day for a walk. Off they went through the green, green park. Quack, quack, Mama Duck called to her brood, "Follow me." And Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe lined up right behind her, and off they went. They came out of the park and into the town. The ducks had a bite to eat. Ooh, they're eating a little bit of garbage. And then they went on their way. There they go. What's she walking on right here? A manhole cover. Right behind came Pippin, uh-oh, Bippin, uh-oh, Tippin, uh-oh, Dippin, and last of all, Little Joe. Oh dear! They all fell in that manhole. That could have been the end of the story, but it wasn't, because someone saw what had happened. "Help!" cried the woman. "All the baby ducks fell into the storm drain. Call the fire department." People came to see what was the matter. They could hear the ducklings making a ruckus below. Mama Duck heard them too. She ran back to the storm drain and wouldn't let anyone get near. "Quack, quack," she said, "get away from my babies." And the babies are all saying, "Quack, quack, 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 quack." Firemen Joe, Paul, and Dennis rushed to the rescue, but they couldn't open the gate. The ducklings were trapped. Oh dear, that could have been the end of the story, but it wasn't, because a man named Perry had an idea. There was a big roll of cable in his pickup truck. He hooked it to the end of the cable to the grate and then switched on the motor. And the cable tugged on the grate and the grate popped off. The babies are saying, quack, 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 quack. Fireman Paul climbed down, down, down into the storm drain. Everyone waited. And when they saw Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, little Joe, everyone cheered. Fireman Joe picked up the bucket filled with the ducklings and started to cross the road. He was going to take the ducklings back to the park. Mama Duck came running after him. Quack, 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 she cried. Bring my babies back. Oh dear, that could have been the end of the story. But it wasn't, because Fireman Dennis knew just what to do. What did he do? He stopped the traffic and he let the mama walk with her babies. At last, Mama Duck and her brood were together again, all safe and sound. Quack, quack, Mama Duck said. What lucky ducklings you are. Quack, 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 her little ducklings agreed. The 5 lucky ducklings lined up behind their mama and off they went. Pippin, Bippin, Tippin, Dippin, and last of all, little Joe. And that is the end of the story. That was a nice story. But I want to tell you that this is a true story, that this really happened. It happened in the year 2000 in the town of Montauk, New York, at the end of Long Island. And the people that helped the Lucky Ducklings are really named Joe and Paul and Dennis and Perry. And shortly after this happened, the town replaced that storm grate with one that has smaller openings so no more ducks could ever fall in there. Isn't that a nice story? That is a good story. Now, guess what? It's time to start some printing practice. So, do you have a piece of paper or a piece of cardboard and a marker or a crayon or something, pencil? I have my whiteboard and I have my marker. And let's do some printing practice of the letter Q. So the letter Q starts just like a capital letter O. So let's do that. Let's draw a capital letter O, but it's going to be a Q, like that. And then you make a little tail right here, just a straight line, a small straight line right there, a capital letter Q. Let's do that again. We start by making a letter O, but it's going to be a Q. And then you make a little straight line right there to be a capital letter Q. It's a good one. Let's turn your paper over and we'll print some lowercase q's. So a lowercase q starts similar to a lowercase a. So let's do that. We'll make the curve shape for a lowercase a or a lowercase c. And then we make a straight line down like that. And then we make a small line up like that. There are a lot of parts to this lowercase q. Let's do it again. Okay? So we start, I guess that almost looks like a lowercase c, doesn't it? We'll make that curve. Then I want you to make your straight line down like that. You're close. And to make a smaller straight line up like that. Look at those. They are tricky. You might need to practice that one a few times. Can you do that? Look at the uppercase one, the uppercase Q, and the lowercase q. Uppercase. Good. Lowercase. Nice. tricky. It's a good one to practice. You have done so many letters. You are getting so good at your printing. I'm so proud of you. And we have done a lot of letters in sign language, haven't we? Let's go through all the ones we know. Let's start. A, B, C, D, good. E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, and today Q, like that, Q. Wow, good for you. Good job. Now let's do some singing, shall we? Shall we sing the ABCs? Let's sing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Fun. Let's sing again. It's fun to sing together, isn't it? Let's sing the ABCs from the library. We got to get our hands up. We got to pat our legs in a rhythm all together at the same time. Are you ready? Here we go. A, B, C, D, E. The library's the place to be. F, G, H, I, J. Reading, reading every day. K, L, M, N, O. Reading helps your brain to grow. P, Q, R, S, T. Stories are for you and me. U, V, W, X, Y. All kinds of books for you to try. Z, 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 Z. Read and read and read, I said. I did say that. And it is a great day to read a book at your house. And in that book, I want you to look hard to see if you can find a capital letter Q in your story or a lowercase letter q. Look at all the words in the story and see if you can spot an uppercase or a lowercase letter Q. Okay? You look hard. See if you see one. And now it's time to say goodbye. So, do you have thumbs today? Can you show me your thumbs? Good job. Can you hide them so I can't see them? And let's sing, where is my thumb? Where is my thumb? Here I am. Here I am. Did you have a good time? Yes, I had a good time. Time to go. Hide away. Where is my hand? Where is my hand? Here I am. Here I am. It's time to wave goodbye now. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye now. I'll see you next time at Story Time. And I will see you in a few days. But until then, I want you to remember to be kind to each other and to wash your hands. See you soon. Bye-bye.